Of all of the curses that have been bestowed upon me, I am so grateful to have been blessed with a sense of humor, even if it's usually self deprecating or edgy. The other day, I could feel myself crashing out, and I had enough perspective to pull back and laugh a little at myself. It was a lot of little things all at once that got me. I preheated the oven to make wings and fries for dinner. I opened the chest freezer to find that there were two wing bags instead of one for some reason, the original with the cooking instructions and another that's just a Ziploc. So I got that out, both of them, and consolidated it after getting a proper ratio of flats and drums for our dinner because he likes flats. As I put that back and go to grab the family bag of fries, I see that the clip that I'd put on the bag to keep it closed is gone, which is bothersome because I know the chest freezer had been de-thawed recently and it would have been okay if it had fallen off and been resealed another way, but instead it was just put back in upright but wide open to get freezer burnt faster. Like there was a clip on it. If the clip had fallen off, why did you put it back in without a clip? And I know that whoever put it back in acknowledged that it was open because of that positioning. They were clearly very aware that it was in there upright without a clip on. So, so I go to pull the bag of fries out carefully, but there's a literal tower of butter freestanding in the bottom of the chest freezer, designed to topple over if anything around it gets touched, like this. Maybe, I don't know if I can make a picture that represents it very well without 3D, but why would anyone do this? So that fell over. And I froze my hands off transferring the over dozen sticks of butter to one of the freezer's baskets so that they were all in one manageable spot. Which, the freezer basket was open and free anyway, I don't know why we made a tower of butter. And then I find, buried by the butter tower, there's a little bag of a half dozen unlabeled pierogies in the chest freezer, and a single pre-cooked chicken breast. So I pull those out, because why in the hell are they in the chest freezer just for people to never find them again and not know they're there? People already don't know where to find things. So I put the two other small bags of half dozen open pierogies and consolidate the single chicken breast to a bag of two other chicken breasts of the same brand so that they all get cooked together someday in the main freezer. When the freezers were all getting defrosted, I was appreciative of the effort, but now I'm flustered because I heard they who had done it deliberating about how to organize and put things back while they were doing it. And somehow, not only did they make a tower of butter sticks for no reason and actively ignore sealing bags of things, they put singular, losable portions in the chest freezer, which had not previously been there. They'd been in the main fridge in the first place. As always, here I am, organizing things so other people aren't so wasteful and are more aware. Finally, after all that, I go to put my food in the oven, but something smells off. Hot. I open the oven and there's a pan that got left in there, again, from when somebody was proofing jars. And I'm like, for fuck's sakes. So I pull it out, and then I have to rearrange the racks in the oven because they're not at the right spots anymore, and now they're all really fucking hot. Maybe I shouldn't have turned the oven on, assuming that the racks wouldn't all be in the wrong place and there would be an extra pan in there already, but there was. So I pull the top rack out and I try to move its position, but I've never really done it before. And there's a hitch on the racks that make it so that you have to put them in on a certain angle or they'll like jam and not slide in. And after 3 attempts, that's when I started laughing. And I went to go get my partner who was outside the front door washing his car to tell him I'm about to crash out. And he told me how the racks work, and I decompressed once everything was finally in the oven for dinner after all of those extra little tasks that I had to do to fix everything else that other people have done. It's very tiring trying to do something that's supposed to be easy, only to be met with small thing after small thing that needs to be addressed or fixed. And trust me, I wish I could just ignore it and move on because I didn't do these things, but they are my problem when they affect me and my ability to function or the things that I also need, like shared food supplies. But mostly, I'm trying to be preventative. If I don't fix these things, no one else is going to. They don't see the foreseeable problems. They're the ones making them. And then the problems accumulate, and that fucking sucks, and is way too overwhelming to deal with, as this had been. So, yeah, out of all of this, I'm just glad that I have a sense of humor and enough perspective to find stressors funny sometimes, whether it's something unreasonably big or just the sheer amount of small things. I know that other people aren't so lucky and can't step back and they get consumed by those feelings. For all I know, this is really bad for me, actually. Like the lack of expression or repression of overwhelm before it can take hold. But I hope not. We'll find out if I ever actually implode.